in the center of a glade in the Ireland wilderness, the yearly meeting commenced. The players had all shown up on time, for a change. It had been 100 years since the last time the fat man in the red flannel combo, the pink rabbit, and the tiny chap in the pleather bodysuit had all appeared promptly. A merry fire was kindled with a prod of the tiny chap's shillelagh, and in no time, a pheasant, summoned by a low whistle from the rabbit, was roasted to collective satisfaction, and eaten with wild onions, which had been boiled in a small black kettle placed in the heart of the fire. The kettle, rather badly scuffed and banged up, had been pulled from the depths of the fat man's voluminous rucksack. After each had eaten his fill, the tiny chap swept off his pork pie hat and rummaged inside it for a moment or so. Smiling, he pulled a tall bottle that sparkled from within. An instant later, the trio toasted the meeting and downed the coal-black liquid that had been poured from the bottle. Well fat and tipsy, the trio listened to the fire pop and crackle. Finally, the fat man said, "Rabbit, I'm sorry, but you're not smart enough to understand the meaning of the American holiday." He peered blearily at the rabbit. The rabbit, who was really a hare, though his continued employment depended upon his ability to happily reject his heritage, scowled at the fat man, disgusted. "What does that mean?" said the rabbit, stiffening. "It means," said the tiny chap, his hand over his mouth, his eyes alight with feverish malice, "that you're an idiot who will never understand how the American holiday works. You're barely a holiday, friend. You were dealt the soft option." The tiny chap cackled. He slapped his knee cheerfully, his eyes on the rabbit, as if he didn't want to miss a moment of the fellow's struggle to keep his cool. "I understand the American holiday just as well as you two do," said the rabbit, his voice high, cracked. This happened every other meeting. They'd eat, drink, relax, and then the insults would begin. The fat man would toss insults about the rabbit's validity, while the tiny chap laughed. This year, the rabbit had a solution. "Fuck off," said the rabbit, and, quite optimistically, he raised the two furry middle digits into the air, and waved one at each companion. Both companions looked shocked, though reluctantly amused. "Wobbit season," chimed the fat man, a hand on his belly. "Shut up," said the rabbit, again at ease.